Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ellen Red. I'm a remote viewer, and I want to share with you a little bit of something that I wrote about on my other pages about 2 weeks ago. So if you're not following me on all of my other platforms, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, X, please go to my link in the bio to my website and find me on all the other platforms, because I simply can't keep up with everything that's going on, especially in these times. As you guys know, it's a crazy world with a crazy timeline with a lot of things going on. So I'm going to share with you what I wrote about a couple of weeks ago that is now in manifestation on the earth plane, and I'm going to give you a little explanation. So I was remote viewing. I was falling asleep. Sometimes when I go and I start to fall asleep, my third eye opens wide open and I start seeing through portals. And so I was trying to fall asleep, and all of a sudden a portal opened and I started to see all of these different colored draconian beings. Blue ones, green ones, red ones, gold ones. The red ones really stuck out to me for some reason, but they were all coming in a league. And I didn't know exactly why I was being shown this at the time, but then I decoded it. So I know a lot of other channelers out there are trying to say that draconians are no longer on the earth, and that, I can assure you, is an absolute utter lie. Right now we are experiencing some of the most dramatic, chaotic unfoldment of events on earth, where there are powers from other worlds and there are beings from other worlds that are absolutely trying to have power over the earth plane, and there is no way that they are gone at this time, I assure you. Okay, so I'm going to do a second video on the Pope, and I'll do that after this one, but they kind of tie together a little bit as I decode it. Okay, so first of all, you guys might remember that the Pope opened up 5 portals during Christmas time, and during that time he opened up one portal that had never been opened before. And if you're not paying attention, there are a lot of people out there that very much believe that the Vatican and the Pope is satanic or saturnic, and also connected to the draconians. As a remote viewer, I can say, well, first of all, this video is for entertainment purposes only. You have to use your own discernment. The things that I'm going to say may be considered true or not true. It is for entertainment and speculation only, okay? And the things that I've seen came from energy readings only. So I have been to the Vatican. I've talked about that briefly before. I'll go into more videos as I continue to get them out for you. But a lot of people do believe that the Pope opened up these portals. Well, we know that he did in December. And a lot of people believe that it opened up a portal for entities. This was a huge concern with CERN also. And there's been a lot of things going on ever since. And the space launch is really kind of connected to these portals also, because of some rituals that they're doing that have to do with the womb and the cosmic womb, essentially. And also it's a hijack of our ascension process and a hijack of the divine feminine. Now, some of you guys might be feeling a lot of chaos energy, a lot of really crazy things happening, people being really angry and agitated, and just all of this weird things that are happening, and also people not acting like they normally do, or people showing up in your reality that don't feel like they're in place in your world. Sometimes it can even be people that you know, that you can see to start shape-shifting because they're being influenced by this. So essentially, I saw this huge league of draconians come in, and that was a couple of weeks ago. I wrote about it on my Facebook page and maybe a couple other places, probably X too. I really wasn't sure why they were showing me this. I've been working through it. Because, you know, I get stuff all the time. I'm decoding a lot of very high-level Christic information that's really never been on the earth plane before. Some of the channelings I get, I've never heard anybody else talk about, including this. Because I didn't know before that there were blue and red and orange and yellow and all these other colors of draconians. I've seen a few before in different, I've seen white ones and I've seen green ones, but I didn't see this whole rainbow color of them. And so that was kind of a new event for me. But what I am being told now is, do you guys notice this propagated race, quote unquote, war that's going on right now? Well, what my guides are telling me is that that is connected to the portal of the League of Dracos that came in, who also work underneath some of the other more high-level galactic beings that work for the NAA in the astral realms. And so now they have sent some big boys in, and they are propagating because they really, really feed on racial divides. It connects humans into a very earthbound frequency and prevents them from having a higher ascension timeline. And so it is, again, another timeline hijack, but also they are propagating and feeding on it. And so be really careful, guys, out there, if you're getting too caught up in the racial divide. Now, don't get me wrong, there's an importance to understanding why social structures, if they're set up right, they can be very healthy, and why it's also important to use discernment in any event, in any social environment, anywhere that you are. And yes, I do believe right now that I know that the masters that be these chaos makers, these key men who create and write the phantom matrix for humanity, have absolutely inverted things on Earth for thousands of years. And because of the prophecies that are coming down the line with the Palladian beings and the races and the beings that are connected to them, which they come in every color. There's Grail kings and queens and ascended masters of every race, but there's also some really, really dark energies that are working through some of the other beings, and they are trying to play out through this race war. So you really have to pay attention, okay? Because this is a battle of the stars. This has to do with beings in the stars that are connecting to beings on Earth that are playing out on this Earth plane. And so these colors of all the Dracos that came in, they came in as a league to start working on some very, very low frequency beings on Earth. And also some of them are Dracos too. So pay attention to that. If you're, connecting with somebody, watch if they shapeshift, watch if their eyes change in front of you, watch if they go from love to hate really quickly. These are very dangerous people to be around. And so if you notice this with somebody, especially in this racial divide issue, get out of Dodge, because you're not going to win that situation. That is somebody who's being very much connecting to demonic frequency, and it's going to become very dangerous for people. So this is a warning from the higher world, from the Pleiadians, from the Lions, from the Guardian Alliance of Light, to help let us know that we're going to be going through some more kind of chaos because of these Dracos that are coming in right now that are going to be really working on people to get involved in that racial tension. And so please be very mindful right now that we need to work on unity consciousness and that we need to stand together. And I will be offering some collective clearings here in the future. I'm doing one on Wednesday on the clearing of the feminine womb, the womb matrix that was hijacked by this spaceship. And I will try to get a video out for you before, but if you'd like to come to that, please reach out to me privately, and I'll get you a ticket for it. Until then, we are going to deal with this issue at another time, but I'm letting you know, I'm forewarning you that this is going on right now, and that this is going to be an issue that we deal with pretty much at least throughout the year. So be wary, careful, use discernment, and stay connected to the source. You can do some shielding, and I can make some videos. Let me know in the comments that you'd like some help with that, and I'll try to continue to put out some videos for you on how to shield yourself and how to protect yourself through this timeline, because this is more chaos. Again, this is all done to prevent the collective ascension, so don't allow them to have power over you. Stay with the light, and I'll see you next time. Namaste.